Hey everyone, David Burgess here again with Keller Williams Realty. Welcome back to my channel. Sorry it's been a little while again. It's just been tough really to get these videos out there recently, but I've got two videos for you in the next 7 days. I've got this one today where we're going to go over my wife and I's past 3 month sales, and that's in the resale market only. And then my next video is going to cover the new construction market. So stick around for those two videos because they're going to be really informative. And if you're familiar with this channel and you're already subscribed, you may have seen there's exactly the same videos that I did back in March with our first 3 months transactions. And look, right now it's like every realtor in every market, it's very easy to say, oh, it's a seller's market, homes are selling way over asking price, there's lack of inventory. But a lot of people came back to me and said, look, we were really grateful for you that you could show us the transactions that you did and how much they sold for, how much they were listed for, and really just to discuss each transaction so that you kind of get to see the nuts and bolts of how these deals got to the closing table. Now, before I go any further, first of all, I just want to say I hope you had a wonderful 4th of July. It's always a little bit weird being a Brit here on the 4th of July, but it's a celebration I absolutely love. And I want to show you the fireworks that are behind our house every single year and how appreciative we are to be where our home is, where we live. It's definitely one of those occasions every year where I just look at everything and think how blessed and fortunate I am to live where I am and do what I do. And all of this behind me is not just our neighborhood fireworks, but it's all the other neighborhoods right behind me, and we get this every year. So I just thought it was a really special video, and I thought you guys would appreciate it. So I hope you had a wonderful 4th. So let's dive on into the video. Oh, by the way, just before we go any further, just look at my wife's shirt here, by the way, for 4th of July. Too cool for British rule. Needless to say, we're not speaking anymore. Just kidding, but I thought you guys would appreciate that too. And yeah, let's dive on into to this market update, and we'll go over everything that I can possibly show you over the past 3 months. Okay, so firstly, like I did before, I just want to quickly go over some stats with you. In Tampa, you will see right behind me here that the average sales price right now is $375,544. If we go back to this time last year, it was $303,000. So you can see that there's a big jump there. No real surprise, but on average, the house values here have jumped up around 72,000 year on year. And you can see on the next column next to it that homes are pretty much selling for 100% of the asking price. And if we just move on over to the month's inventory, you can see that that's just been coming down and down and down from 1.5 to 1.1 all the way down to 0.7 months. So yeah, no real surprises there. And as we jump over to Sarasota County, as we go down to the bottom, the average sales price $575,000. And their jump is actually much bigger. If we look at this time last year, their average sales price was $378,000, which is a huge difference. I mean, that's nearly a $200,000 difference in the average sales price of that area. So it goes to show you that the house prices there may be more of a more desirable area, possibly, you could say that, but wow, that is an incredible jump. And homes have been selling there for 99% of the asking price. And again, the inventory down and down and down. We go from 2 months worth at the start of the year right the way down to 0.7 months. And yeah, so no real surprises. But that jump in Sarasota is huge. That is a really big increase. So it is what it is, unfortunately, but it's hard to say where we're going to go from here. But Moving on to our sales, I think the best way for us to show you is, to go through what we have, right here. So in this listing we had in Riverview here, listed it at 350, 17 offers within 48 hours. This one sold at 385. Now we actually had offers up to 400 with this one, but they didn't give us the same assurances as what this offer did. This one waived the appraisal contingency and just said, look, we if the appraisal comes in low, then we are willing to waive it and pay the difference. So that terminology gave our sellers real peace of mind. They were very, very happy, and so we sold that one for 35,000 over. Now, this home in Ruskin was a smaller pool home. We listed it at 285, and this one sold for 310. We're actually under contract for 315, but it appraised at 310, and we had an agreement that they would pay the minimum of 310. So we sold that one at 310. Similar home, smaller home in Palmetto, we listed it at 300. Now this was a 1,400 square foot home, and it had a brand new pool that had been added within the last year, which was a beautiful pool, but the seller could only accommodate showings during the week and in the daytime. It had like a 48-hour window, and we always encouraged that the showings would go over the weekend, but they just couldn't accommodate that. So that one sold for 310. I'm sure it would have sold for higher if it had been over the weekend as well. But yeah, someone got a really good deal with that one, 310, and it appraised fine. This one was interesting because we listed this lot, vacant lot, in Apollo Beach. You can see by all of the drone photos here, very, very close to the water. However, it doesn't have water access. Like there's no although you're surrounded by water, there's no dock, or there's no like boat slip. You are very close to Apollo Beach itself, but it's no Clearwater or Siesta Key. I mean, Apollo Beach is nice, but it's got a huge power station next to it, and it's just really somewhere you would take the kayak out or go fishing or whatever. But it doesn't have that much sand there either. But this listing, we listed it at 200, and it sold for 190. Now, we were being a little bit ambitious with that 200 anyway, because this listing has actually kicked around on the MLS for years. It's been a vacant lot since 2007, and it's been listed with multiple agents. It was in 2007, it was on 142K. It went down to 130K, 119K. 3 years ago, you could have bought it for 119,000, and then we listed it at 200, and it sold for 190 within a week. So just goes to show you that how much the market has changed in that time. We did just list 2 homes this weekend. One of them has got a ton of attention. It's got multiple offers already, but the other one hasn't had so many bites. So it's really interesting, actually, and at the end I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the market and how things might just slightly be turning a little bit. But yeah, both of these listings we were expecting a ton of attention. The one at the higher end hasn't had as many bites as the one that we've listed right here, which we listed a couple of days ago. That's been listed at 375, and we've already had a few offers within 24 hours, a couple that are as close to 400. So I'll be going through that with you in my next market update. And we do have 3 other listings coming on in the next 2 weeks, 2 next week and 1 the following week. And 2 of those are going to be pool homes. So they'll be really interesting to see how they go. So yeah, that's been our listing activity over the past 3 months. Not that many actually. So we've listed 4 homes, and yeah, we've just listed 2 more this week, and then we have 3 more coming on in the next 2 weeks. So if any of those listings, if you're interested to learn a little bit more about those listings, then please PM me. But really, it just goes to show you really that obviously all of them went within 48 hours, and they all went over asking price, and they all appraised pretty much over the asking price, but maybe not all of them to the full amount. But every single buyer came in with the difference and gave us those assurances. So those offers where the appraisal is offering peace of mind, are still the winning offers. But anyway, let's move on to the buyer side and how we have had good success within the resale market. A few setbacks, but mainly on the whole, we've done pretty well in the resale market on the buyer side. Okay, so you may remember from my last video that we had these buyers that missed out on this home in Parish. Well, not really missed out, but they just decided against it. The home needed too much work, and we ended up getting them under contract in the Gator Creek community in Sarasota for an REO home, a foreclosure actually. It was listed at 540. This was a beautiful estate, a huge home, and there were cash buyers, and it went to an auction. I don't usually get involved with auctions, I really don't, but I set him up on the website, and it was like an eBay bidding system, and he ended up being the winning bid, and this one went well into the 800s, but they were over the moon. So they were over the moon. They've got a lot of work to do. It's definitely going to be a project, but it was really fun, this one actually. It truly was. Within 3 weeks we've closed, and they're now working on all of the renovations that are required. And you may remember my other buyers in Cheval in Lutz that missed out on this home, and because of the appraisal taking forever, but we ended up getting this beautiful home in Westchase, and this one was actually listed at $799, had multiple offers. They actually went with another offer before us, and the buyer ended up struggling with financing, and they come back to us and said, would you like to come in and move forward with us? So we were under contract for $825. Going back to the appraisal contingency, we said, look, if it comes in any lower, we will pay the difference out of pocket, but it actually appraised at $825, which was awesome. So the buyers were very happy. On a golf course, beautiful home, a true custom home, that one. Down in Lakewood, just before the craziness kind of happened actually, this one was right around March time. This was in the Bridgewater community, 3-car garage home with a pool, and this one was listed at $617, and we got it for $615. So the buyers were moving from Illinois, very happy. Beautiful home. Sellers could have left it in a little bit of a better condition, to be honest. I had to get a cleaning service in there because it just wasn't left very well. But anyway, that's another matter. Valencia del Sol. So I just helped somebody move here from out of state to Valencia del Sol, and this pool home was on the market for $479,500, and we got it for $460. Now that sounds like a really good deal, and it was, but it had actually been on the market with another agent before at like $465, $470, and then they bumped the price up with it not selling within 6 months. So I think the sellers were pretty over it by then. It's not easy trying to sell a home when they're still building in the same neighborhood, but this one had a pool, and they didn't have to wait, and it was a great value. So, and it had nobody behind them. It was a beautiful view. Buyer very happy. Champions Gate. So sold a home over in Davenport back in March, and the buyers stayed in the same area, and I've got this home under contract in Champions Gate, $314,000 for an awesome neighborhood like that that's maintenance free, with 10 out of 10 for amenities. Their amenities are unbelievable. Very resort style. He was very happy, and I think he's looking to add his own private pool to this house, but that was in Champions Gate. And my lovely wife has just had great success actually with 2 buyers in multiple offer situations again. This one was in Riverglen, in Riverview, and this one was on at 485. We got under contract for it for 520. We were slightly fortunate in the sense that the listing agent we've worked with her really recently, and she was the winning offer with one of our listings, so we kind of came in at the perfect timing, and we had a really good experience with her, and luckily they wanted to go with our offer, so we came in at 520, and the home actually appraised at 520. So goes to show you that even though you make a higher offer, sometimes these homes will appraise, and this one appraised at 520. Beautiful, huge backyard, pool, 3-car garage. Needs a little bit of updating in areas, but overall a great home. And then in the same week, she did fantastically well with this home in Dover on an acre. Now, this just goes to show you, this home was listed at $699,900. This beautiful custom home by Sunrise Homes. We got under contract for $720. And it actually appraised at $730. This one could have been listed for more, but Carolyn did really well. We got under contract for that one, and both of those closed last week. So that's really been our resale homes, our transactions in the resale market. But I'm now going to move on to our referrals, as we've had some good success referring some business out to other agents. So stick around for referrals. So I recently referred some business out to 3 different agents in areas that I don't cover, and the first one is this home on San Diego Way in Port Richey. This home here, a beautiful 2-bedroom custom home right on the water with a dock that goes out to the bay, and you are right on the Gulf there. And this one was on the market for $475, and my good pal Jeremy, who's a good business partner of mine, and we refer each other business when we work in different areas, he managed to get this one for my buyers for $480, and the home appraised at $480. There was no issue with that, but yeah, just stunning views here. Buyers are over the moon with this one. They're good friends of mine, but I just don't cover that Port Richey area. And then the same agent Jeremy, he works over in the Palm Harbor, Clearwater area. Awesome guy. He went to help these buyers of mine that I just don't cover this area, but they actually ended up purchasing in Temple Terrace, which is very close to USF and Busch Gardens, and there was a smaller home on the market for $315, smaller single family home, and this one sold for $350. Multiple offers, but they wrote a beautiful letter, and it was a strong offer, and Jeremy got this one over the line. So that one was awesome. And then also had this townhouse in Lake Mary over in the Orlando area. This one was on at $339, and Jen, an agent over there that I referred to, she got it for $348. So just giving you totally different values there, really. It goes to show you what's going on out there. Obviously the home that is in the better condition, the one that has the features that people are looking for, like the pool, the 3-car garage, the space, the lower fees, those kind of things, if they're priced right, they're going to sell and get a ton of attention, as long as they're marketed well as well. But some of these homes, if they're priced too high, then they're going to struggle a little bit. And like I was going back to our listing that we, I didn't show you any photos of our listing earlier, but we listed a home 48 hours ago, and it just hasn't had that much interest. Beautiful home, beautiful property. The home itself needs a bit of upgrading inside, and I think that's what's holding people back. But it goes to show that things are starting to turn a little bit now that we're coming away from the summer, the peak of the summer, and kids are going back to school now. I think we're on the verge and the brink of things starting to turn a little bit, and just shift more towards less, I'm not going to say a buyer's market, but more of a less of a seller's market. Now my next video, I'm going to be talking about new construction. Okay, I've had a ton of really ups and downs with new construction the past 3 months, and you're in for a really awesome video when I put that together within the next few days. So definitely tune in and watch that one, because I've had all sorts of things going on with that, and I do need to give you a couple of warnings here and there per contract, but I've had some really good success lately, and it goes to show that things might be turning a little bit. So there's definitely still good opportunity out there. But anyway, as always, thanks so much for tuning in and bearing with me. It's been a little bit distracting in this park here at times, especially when all these boats are going in and kids running around and stuff. But yeah, I hope you appreciated my wife on July the 4th and the fireworks and stuff. But yeah, it's all good fun, and yeah, we move on. It's coming into mid-July now, and it's like, where has this year gone? So as always, reach out to me if there's anything I can help with. All of my contact information is below. I will be more than happy to help. Thanks so much. Take care.